Oh my goodness. It's so funny because we keep, obviously, like we know, and so does everybody, that we're going into, the fifth and final season. And so there's like this sort of tone with all, the interviews. Everybody's like, what's been your favorite moment, or what's been your favorite thing? And in my head, I'm like, I'm not finished. I've only just started shooting, this last 13. And so I feel like I'm not in a reflective mood yet. The most shocking discoveries about Olivia, well, still, I guess, and it was a big turn for the show, was her involvement with Walter and the Cortex of fan trials. My favorite, part of the show was when we went to the alternate universe, and then, then when we went into season 3 and stayed there. I mean, I probably should have been more nervous than I was, but I had been shot, in the head before, and I came back, so I figured that no one's called to say anything. I kind of felt like I was going to be okay, but I was curious to see how they were going to get around it, Yeah, that's all. I don't know, it still might happen. Like, that's still a prophecy. I think that what our writers do so well is that they'll sort of put us together, and then there's always like they'll always sort of like pull us apart, and I think you need to keep that, because you want to keep, once they're together, what do they do? Just hang around, go on date. I don't know, it sort of becomes them very domestic, which is not really our show. So I mean, at the very, very end of the day, I guess I hope a happy life for Olivia, and I think that probably will include Peter, but I don't know if that's where they'll decide to go. I'm not sure. So if you watched episode 419, that's like a really good indication of what the world is going to look like, that we kind of are going to be living in for majority of this season. Well, I mean, we don't know where Olivia is at this point, so I'm looking forward to finding Olivia. And then I don't know, it'll be fun. Every time we start a new season, there's usually like a really big reboot, and so I think that's the fun bit. I wasn't in 419, so this is my first time that I get to go and explore that world. So I'm sort of excited about that. There's all new people and new faces. It kind of gives a nice energy, to the show. I don't know. I mean, we're asked to do crazy things all the time, so that was certainly not the craziest thing that we've ever had to do. It's funny, well, because we had like a nice hiatus, and everyone, went away, so everyone looked refreshed. But then, you do something for long enough, you get back and you're like, oh, this is very familiar. That's right. But it was nice to see everybody again. We all sort of like go off and do our own thing. So yeah, it was fun.